Aloha, beautiful beings. This is Raven. Are you ready to awaken the multidimensional being that you are? Come, expand yourself with human and beyond. Rewriting the past times. So there's times in our life where you may have been in the hands of another that has caused you pain. You may have heard words from another that have hurt your heart and stabbed you in ways that you may not have seen. You may have been around someone who's crossed every boundary you may have had in just one day. But you wake up and you realize when you release the pain and choose no longer to carry it and release it from your system and forgive the person as they are wounded in their pain to be able to cause that on you. I think when you hit this moment, you were able to write the past as you've ready to let go and allowed it to fade away, and you're able to apply this unconditional love on the person who has caused you so much pain as you have fully released it from your system, your DNA. It's a peaceful surrenderment. It's something I believe nothing other than divine source that pierces through you through these times. This love comes from a place that is so deep that you cannot fully comprehend. And any logic falls aside as this moment you never thought would be. That you're gifting the person that hurt you the most with the most unconditional love that there could be. And you see the eyes and the tears flow from their eyes. As you see the story, that they're sorry. And they appreciate the gift of the love that you give them in that moment. As they know that you have fully let go of any pain and blame or shame that they may have caused. And then you're no longer in the victim role. I believe is very essential to release. As we see it expanded in our picture of our evolution of our soul growth, of our being, we signed up to experience these lessons. And then though hard to believe when I first heard this, I raged for so long that I signed up for this. But to see the delicacies in the intertwines of the knowing at a level of awareness that you may not fully see until you zoom out. And you're slowly revealed the pieces of the puzzle and able to see it in a dimension that you could not see. Rewriting the past is such a sacred moment. It clears a lineage from maybe pain that has been stored in the cellular makeup, the nature for generations. And it provides the healing not only in present generations, but past and future to come. We carry the DNA of our ancestors, at least seven generations behind us in our DNA. So a lot that we carry is pains from them crying out, and there's pain and suffering that they may have occurred in their soul life in this world. So to hit this moment of rewriting history of the past is a moment to ponder and to cherish, as it's purely a sacred moment to remember how it came to be and unfold to be able to release so much pain. Anytime I try to grasp an understanding of what's play, I'm surprised in the level of play, as this is so far beyond that I could ever see. Even with my awareness how deep it can be, it still surprises me to the depth of my core. I get taken out, my breath goes away as I'm choked and just sure shocked and dismay on just how sacred and divine life can be. To be able to write the past pains is huge. and allowed it all to fall away. And all that it needed and all that was play was pure unconditional love. As love only heals hate. Love only heals pain. Love only heals anger, as anger is just grief and sadness held within. So nothing is ever set in stone, and hopefully this inspires you that if you come from a lineage of ancestors that have had a lot of pain, chances are you were born in the lineage to help clear the lineage from the pain. This is probably why you were led to this message for today, as you may have been chosen for this task, because you carry the understanding and awareness that others may have fall short in the past. I remember when I first heard this, that I was chosen to clear the lineage of this ancestor. I was so angry, as there was so much pain felt in this birth world of my being when I came up and grew up in this life. I said, why do I owe them anything? I've just received pain. But then to see the tears of gratitude and of just when I applied unconditional love, there's this silent understanding to the people in my life that caused me the pain, that you could see that the pain has been erased from their heart as well. As I never want to blame or guilt anyone longer than it should be done, because that makes me no better or worse than the person who's done it to me. So why would you want to wish them pain? Chances are they've done it because they are in pain and they're wounded. And they never had the love that they needed to enable to clear their own heart at the time. I seem to be chosen to give this lesson or teachings to many in my life, as it's saved me so many times of just applying this unconditional love to their hearts. It's shifted their perspective almost instantaneously. The power of divine love shone out from my heart. So you can give someone with as many I'm sorry's and I forgive you, or I've moved on, or I've let it go. But I think the healing occurs not through words. It's through a felt sense of the heart. It's small little gestures of individualism and care that you apply to someone. It's past words comprehension. And though we move through a world of words and talk, there's so much more at play than just pure talk. It's the words behind the messages that are delivered, the tone, the frequency. Are you listening beyond them? So you'll know the time's right if you're part of that person in the lineage that is there to clear and rewrite it. I believe it only can be rewritten when you've cleared fully the wounds in your heart and you've forgiven them, and you're able to apply this love that you never had received, and you feel it in your system, and you're able to apply that to the person that caused you pain. It's not about changing patterns. That's one part of play, but the main pattern is the pattern that you carry of the wounds still, right? Because the patterns at play were caused from wounds. And yeah, maybe you're not cycling in those patterns anymore, but you still carry the wounds. Until you're able to apply that love out onto them from such a pure source, is when you know you fully released the pain from the past of the wounds. It's not forced. It happens organically and natural. It's little layers by time. The more that we force healing and speed up time and wishing that it'd be done already, the slower the process occurs. We're so backwards sometimes in society. It drives me nuts to date, as everything seems to be in a hurry, and you don't tell Earth Mother to speed up. She happens in her own time. You don't tell her you need to drop your leaves now. She drops them when her time's right. You don't tell it to stop snowing. It will snow when it's supposed to. You don't go, I want the sun now all the time. You need to stay out. No, she shines when she needs to. So this whole forcing things needs to be erased. It's causing a stress and a resistance in this planet that is not healthy or safe. And it brews like a competition of life. Why is life such a competition? It's a divine path to be gifted life, to be reincarnated, to feel and to taste and to see the colors and to feel a hug and to taste a piece of chocolate and to hear the birds in the background. And I know some days it's hard to see, maybe just through some pains that we're moving through in our cycle of our path. But the moment we anchor things like this and we see it in a way that we may not have expanded us to believe it to be, I believe this is when we start rewriting the past and seeing it in a different way, and we lose. It's almost the wounded warrior of the masculine. We drop that shield. We fully drop it, not in words, but from our heart. The shield drops from the heart. And yes, boundaries are essential. But when you hit a state of this, it's like it is it's almost beyond boundaries to protect your heart. As it can no longer be wounded, and no matter how much someone tries to play, because you see that person is just wounded, and then you just apply that love and see him through that state, and you're able to move through and flow through your life in that way, and not take it so personally to your heart, as that they're moving through pain themselves. And to release any daggers or swords that may be thrown to you as they fall to the side, as they won't penetrate you anymore, because you are fully in the divine light of